Margaret Thatcher's political career has been one of the most remarkable of modern times. Born in 1925, she rose to become the first and for 2 decades the only woman to lead a major Western democracy. Thatcher won 3 successive general elections and served as British Prime Minister from 1979 to 90, a record unmatched in the 20th century. During her term of office, she reshaped almost every aspect of British politics, reviving the economy, reforming outdated institutions, and reinvigorating the nation's foreign policy. Prime Minister Thatcher said she entered 10 Downing Street determined to tackle high inflation, soaring unemployment, and stagnant or slow growth. Her political philosophy and economic policies emphasized deregulation, particularly of the financial sector, and the selling off of state-owned companies. Strengthening the nation was Thatcher's priority.
Now that the election is over, may we get together and strive to serve and strengthen the country of which we're so proud to be a part.
Under her leadership, the government pledged to check and reverse Britain's economic decline. In the short term, painful measures were required, and Thatcher began to roll out her economic reforms.
Where there is discord, may we bring harmony. Where there is error, may we bring truth. Where there is doubt, may we bring faith. And where there is despair, may we bring hope.
In 1984, Thatcher and Deng Xiaoping of the People's Republic of China signed the Sino-British Joint Declaration, committing Hong Kong to the status of a special administrative region. Thatcher assisted in negotiating the agreement and declared that Britain would hand over Hong Kong to the People's Republic of China in 1997. Margaret Thatcher's interest in America went well beyond visiting the Kennedy Space Station. She was the first foreign leader to visit Ronald Reagan after his inauguration in 1981. And their strong rapport helped transform the world. And Thatcher gave Reagan much credit for his contributions in ending the Cold War. Back in Britain, and the economy was recovering, but the re-election of the government was only made certain by an unpredicted event, the Falklands War. The electorate was impressed with Thatcher's firm stance, laying the foundation for a much more independent British foreign policy.
It has been said that we surprised the world, that British patriotism was rediscovered in those spring days. Mr. President, it was never really lost.
Thatcher's second and third terms brought just as many challenges as the first. Most notably, the miners' strike of 84-85, surviving an IRA assassination attempt at the Brighton bombing, and the controversial introduction of poll tax in '89. Her personal and political relationship with Ronald Reagan only strengthened, and she played her part in the last phase of the Cold War. Thatcher continued to work with the world's leaders on a range of foreign policy. With unrest in her party, Margaret Thatcher stood on the steps of 10 Downing Street on November 28, 1990, and resigned as Prime Minister of Britain.
It's the most absorbing job in the world. It's the most fascinating job in the world, and it's just an immense privilege to do it. To do it is sufficient, but to want to do it and to love it is just everything.
Today, Lady Thatcher remains an intensely controversial figure in Britain. But critics and supporters alike recognise the Iron Lady's premiership as a period of fundamental importance in British history. For the last quarter of a century, Margaret Thatcher has been one of the world's most influential and respected political leaders.